Hello everybody, my name's Colin McCrazy and welcome back to the channel. Haven't used that intro in quite a while, but how's it going? I got some Marvel Rivals gameplay. I played a pretty good match with Magic. I had this footage for a while, so hope you guys enjoy that. And today I wanted to talk about the meaning of ending things. Things are meant to end. I kind of abbreviated this in my video with Buggy on the Buggycraft server and when we're talking about media, but this kind of applies to everything. So like, you through life you lose family members, maybe old pets you had during childhood, and more recently about media, TV shows that go on for way too long, like The Simpsons, or I mean, even like Family Guy at this point is just ridiculous. It's gone on for like 20 plus years, and it just makes things redundant, boring, stale. I'm just, I get kind of sick of it. You get sick of seeing the same old thing all the time. And this also applies to like remasters, remakes, re-anything, or like even just reboots. That's a big one too. It's kind of annoying. And if things never really ended, I feel like everybody would take stuff for granted, and the world would become a very stale place. And it's just not meant that way. Things are meant to end. Sometimes there's a right time to end things when it's usually at its peak, so it's more memorable. But I feel like capitalism is a good deterrent from things ending when they should, as I've listed off a couple things already. They just go on for too long, where they lose their value and have a bitter ending rather than a good one. It's less memorable, less emotional. I feel like that it's over and you can't go back. And it should feel emotional. It should feel like when something ends, like you want it to stay, but it's healthy that it doesn't. It's kind of, I don't know really how else to put it into terms, but something that I want to reference is like Tom Brady's ending to his career in football. It kind of got cut short, and then he kind of came out of retirement, quote unquote. Um, and then he kind of had like one of his worst seasons, I guess. He did make the playoffs, but then I don't know. It just like he could have ended it on such a high note, and instead he didn't. But that was a bit of a controversy going on between that. That's like an example I have. I've had this thought for a while actually about like things ending, and when they should, but it was reinvigorated by the good man Wylearn on his video about going back to 2009. That was a very good video. I had fun watching that. I would recommend go checking that out. I'll probably put a link up here and in the description as well. But my answer for that video was a complete no. Too much of who I am now was made between those years of pain and growth. Like 2009 was a while ago. That was what, like, if I could do math in my head real quick, that was 14 years ago. I would not trade that time for who I am today. I think I've spent too much time trying to better myself, and I really enjoy who I am and how I live nowadays with all the freedoms that I have. Even if it meant to meet my grandpa and my great aunt who aren't with me anymore, I still wouldn't trade it for that. Those things are meant to, you know, be gone at a certain point, so then I could really appreciate them. You don't really appreciate something until it's really gone, and that's very true. And so I really appreciate them when they were in my life, but now I appreciate them more now that they're not here. That's why it's important for things to end. It's a necessity because with everything new comes growth, opportunity, knowledge, and so on. It's really nice to have new things and do new things for yourself. Like even just like a new job. Like you learn so much just from those first few weeks, months. You don't realize it until after it's over that you've gained so much from learning something new or doing something new. Now imagine this. If you stayed in your shitty relationship that you or the other person had in actuality ended and you were stuck with them forever, you'd grow bitter, you'd plead for escape most likely. You'd want to start new with someone, or completely be separated and start a new part of your life on your own. I can't go without saying that I really don't enjoy parts of media that try to encapsulate nostalgia bait for things that should have ended years ago. Obviously, like Call of Duty is probably one of the biggest culprits of this. I think it should have ended a while ago. Some probably would say even before then, but like the rebooting of the Modern Warfare games was just like it was just ridiculous. It was too much to really keep going. I was like, this is kind of getting stupid. I'm sure a lot of you agree it should have ended probably before that. Now let me ask you a question. How many reboots can you count that were better than the original? I'm talking movies, shows, games, any form of media. See, the point is, new things need to be made that aren't tied entirely to old things. You gotta have, some new, maybe not original idea, because nothing really is original anymore, or even, I would say, ever. Everything is always built off of something else, but it's the way you do it, it's the way you produce it that makes it, I think, it's standalone thing. You can have references, you can have nods and homages, but there must be something that can be created that's new to itself and those around its medium. A joke I have, which is, I think I've talked about this before with Buggy and some other friends on the Minecraft server. A joke I have is, if I ever create an extremely successful business, is that I'll write a kill switch in my will. So if I ever die, that the company legally has to shut down, no matter how successful it's gotten or how integral it is to just the economy, the world around it. All jobs and careers pertain to that company will have to find another path. Good luck. People get fired all the time and get laid off and have to go find other paths and opportunities somewhere else. Which, even it happens in small businesses all the time. Like, there's so many businesses throughout America that just fail um, so quickly that they have to pivot. They have to find something else. All leftover money would flood away to stockholders, that sold right before it crashed, and my family would probably get a good sum of whatever was left over. And all of this instead of someone else running the business I made and shaping it to be what I never meant it to be because it never ended. I wouldn't pass on this business to someone else that's not me because they didn't make the business. They didn't have the idea, the imagination that I did for whatever it is. I don't really know what kind of business I would make really, but you get the point. Um, I think I've made my point with this video. I really think that it's just important for things to end. I think some things just go on for way too long. I think media is kind of like the biggest culprit of this. Just getting burned out on different pieces of mediums, like even art sometimes it gets a little weird. You get to like performance art nowadays that people post online and they look at it and it's like, dude, what are they doing? Like, what is this? This isn't even art anymore. This is just like some type of other thing that people are paying millions of dollars for. And it's just kind of silly. I feel like some things just lose meaning over time when they're redundantly done over and over again. But that's just kind of my spiel on what I think about things ending. Let me know what you guys think. If I'm crazy or not. It's kind of in the name, calling me crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.